السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أنبياء الله جميعا وعلى سيدهم وخاتمهم حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وأن هذا صراطي مستقيما فاتبعوه ولا تتبعوا السبل فتفرق بكم عن سبيله ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تتقون. صدق الله العلي العظيم. The Islamic faith is facing two types of threats. One, and both these threats, they come from within the Muslim society. These are not external factors or elements. Those are not foreign enemies. That's another story. The foreign enemies are another story. Today, I'm speaking about two types of threats that the Muslim community faces that comes from within. One type of a threat is being posed by the non-practicing people, and the second type is the practicing people, practicing Muslims. The first one, the first threat, the first danger that we face by the non-practicing people who are Muslims by name, but people who believe that Islam is confined only within the walls of the mosque. People who marginalize Islam and they think that Islam has no relationship with the public square, with the public space, with the social life. Islam is only about pure and impure, tahir and najis, and that's it. Islam is irrelevant to today's life. This is what they think. Islam has no say in economy, in the social life, in the family, in the business, in education. Those type of people who do not believe in the integrity of Islam. They believe in total separation of Islam, not only from politics, but Islam from the entire life, even social life. I'm not advocating the rule of religion or the establishment of a religious state. I'm saying that Islam has a role. Islam has to be respected in the public square. Islam has to have a say in our marriages, in our families, in our life, in our businesses, in our relationships with ourselves, with others, in our economies. Islam has a say, has a role. Islam has teachings. Islam has a bright history. Islam is a religion of non-violence. Islam is a religion of modernity, religion of a humanity. Islam is a religion that respects not only the Muslims, non-Muslims too. Islam is a religion that teaches me that humanity are of two types. Either they are your brother in faith or your counterparts, your equals in a creation. If they don't share faith with you, they share the creation with you. Therefore, you must respect them. You must respect non-Muslims too. They have rights upon you. The story of Imam Ali alayhi salam, when he saw a man begging for help, for money, an elderly in his community, in the streets of Kufa, Imam Ali was very outraged. He said, "Ma hada? What is happening here? Why should someone in his 70s beg for food? Where is social justice? Where does the money go?" His aides who were with him, they said to him, don't worry. He's not a Muslim. He's not a Muslim. He's a Christian." He said, "Even worse. Isn't he a human being? Did I ask about his religion? Did I say why this Muslim? I didn't say why this Muslim is begging. I said why this a human being is begging. I don't care about his religion. He's honored in the eyes of God. Since he's a human being, he's honored. He has a value. We have to protect him. We have to maintain him." This is the language of Islam. So Islam has to have a role. In some societies, people are Muslim by name. I visited some countries recently. These countries are called Muslim countries. Recently I was in Kazakhstan and Azerbaijan. Historically, traditionally, these are Muslim societies, but you don't see Islam there. You see people carrying Muslim names, but there is no Islam. No Islam in the economy, no Islam in the market, no Islam in the street. Yes, there are some few mosques here and there. Some elderly people go there. But the rest of the society, they know nothing about Islam. I had some conversation with the young generation about Islam. Many of them, they have not even read the Quran. They are Muslims by birth. They know nothing about Quran. Their knowledge about Islam is sub-zero. Sub-zero. Not only they are non-practicing, they know nothing about their faith, about their heritage, about their religion. They know nothing. Only Muslims by name. No prayers, no fasting, even no hijab. Maybe the number of people who observe hijab in North America and Europe is greater than those who live in these countries. Islam is absent from the public square. This is a danger. Islam is not about just the mosque. You practice inside, and once you leave, faith is missing. It's not about that. Islam has to be present in our life, in our homes, in our families, in our attitude, in our behavior. So this is one danger. That danger comes from non-practicing Muslims. I would not call them secular, but non-practicing. The second danger comes from people who practice Islam, but they don't practice it rightly. For them, Islam is a set of rites and rituals and ceremonies. Ceremonies, tuqus. No more than that. No more than that. But the essence of Islam, the message of Islam, the core of Islam is missing from their life. Maybe they practice, but their practice only ceremonies, not the spirit. They don't adhere to the spirit of Islam. I'll give you an example. In Islam, we have outer and inner. Each and every worship, each and every act has an outer side and inner side. Exterior and interior. Both are important. Both. Al-Zahir wal-Batin. Exterior and important. And interior, both are important. They integrate one another. They integrate one another. For example, the prayers has outer and inner. The outer is the bowing, the prostration, ruku' and sujood. These are physical activities. These are the outer of the prayers. The exterior. The interior, what is the interior of the prayers? إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون. The spirit of submissiveness to God. When you submit yourself, when you put your forehead on the ground, you say, God, I surrender to you. I submit to you. You are my Lord. You are my boss. You are my leader. I don't give myself to anyone except you. I obey you. You are my leader. You are my guide. I put my trust in you. I receive orders from you. I love you. This is the spirit of the prayers. Khushu'. But many people, they do the first part, they forget about the second. They pray 5 times a day, but submissiveness and humility is missing. كم من قائم ليس له من قيامه إلا السهر والتعب وكم من صائم ليس له من صيامه إلا الجوع والعطش. They pray 5 times a day, they fast, but they gain nothing. They gain nothing. Why? Because the spirit, the essence of a prayers is missing. They don't pay attention to the prayers, to the message of the prayers. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. They forgot. يَسْهُ مِنَ السَّهُ مِنَ النِّسْيَانِ. This is the meaning of sahun. They forget why they pray. We should pray to get close to God. When you put your forehead, when you bow down, do you know the meaning of bowing? Do you know the meaning of prostration? لو يعلم المصلي ما يخشاه من رحمة الله في سجوده لما رفع سجوده لما رفع رأسه من سجوده. If you only know how much God would overwhelm you with His mercy, with His blessing, you would not raise your head from prostration. You would keep putting your head down. But we don't know about that. We don't know about that. إن الصلاة تنهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر. The right prayers, the prayers with reflection, with humility, with submissiveness, with khushu', would enable you to control yourself. It would make you a person, equip you with self-control and self-restraint, and you become a better person. But how many people become better person when they pray? How many? They miss the core. They miss the message. They are practicing, but they do the prayers mechanically, not spiritually. There is a big difference. Mechanically is very only physical. You don't put your soul into it. Sometimes you work, you do a job, you do it mechanically, but you don't put your soul, your heart into it. And sometimes you do it and you put your heart into it. This is the difference. The first one has no value. The second one is fruitful. Take the hijab, for instance. Muslim women, they observe hijab. How many of them, they appreciate the value of hijab? The outer side of hijab is a piece of a cloth. It's a veil. They cover their head with it. That is the outer side of it. But this is not the message of hijab. Does not stop here. The inner side of it, the inner meaning of it, the true meaning of hijab is moral behavior. To behave yourself. Not just to cover your hair. Many Muslim women, they think God wants them just to cover the hair, and then she is free in the society. She can do anything. She can behave in any way. That's not the way. I have seen in some Muslim societies, I have seen this. I don't mention the countries out of respect, but I have seen it in more than one country, Muslim country. Muslim women who observe hijab, but they dance in the street. They dance wearing hijab. I've seen this in some Muslim countries. This is the wrong way of observing hijab. Hijab is not about you just put the piece of cloth and then you do anything you like. You have to behave yourself. You have to watch your behavior, your interaction with people, your relationship. What you say, what you do, this is the real hijab. The real hijab is about chastity and modesty and respect. You have to earn people's respect. If you don't earn it, then you have done nothing when you wear hijab. The essence of hijab is to induce you with self-respect and self-worth. Is to bring you value. Same thing with zakat, my friends. The zakat, the outer side of it is to give donation, to give money, to give medicine, clothing. But there is inner meaning of zakat. What is it? I mentioned it last night. لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. You give with a humility. You give with love. It detaches you from materialism. When you give zakat, when you give charity, you are telling yourself, I am not about only money. Money is part of my life, is not my entire life. And I have to share this money. I have to share this food. I have to share this space. I have to share this medicine with others. This is the spirit of zakat. The spirit of zakat is to make me true human being. Is to make me a person who's thoughtful about others. When there is some loss here, a tragedy, I feel their pain. This is the meaning of zakat. I go and share with them. I share the pain with them. I try to help. I try to rescue, to become a better human being. This is the essence of zakat. To make us more humble. To make us a true human being. The essence of Hajj, what is it? Hajj, we have to run 7 times between Safa and Marwa. How many people know the meaning of sa'i? How many people? Out of millions of people who go every year. How many people understand and appreciate the meaning of sa'i, marching between Safa and Marwa? Inna as-Safa wal-Marwata min sha'airillah. These are signs of God. Safa and Marwa, we march between them to teach myself that in this life, I have to walk. I have to run. I can't stand. I can't be idle, not moving. I have to struggle hard and hard and hard, and then I put my trust in God. Like Hajar. Hajar, when she was searching for water, she did not sit and said, God, send me water to my child. She had to run. She had to run. Once you run, وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. If you run, we will bring you the goal. We will make it available for you. We will grant you your need. This is the meaning of sa'i. How many people pay attention to it? How many? What is the percentage of those pilgrims, while they are doing sa'i, they know that this life, this is my journey in this life. I have to continue running. I have to work. I have to produce. I can't just sit and do nothing. I have to help myself. If I help myself, God is going to help me. While Hajar was running 7 times, all of a sudden, she finds the baby. The baby screaming. All of a sudden, the baby is quiet. She turns to see the water is gushing out of the ground because she worked. She did her part. God said, I will do my part too. But show me your will first. Show me you are serious in this life. This is the meaning of sa'i. This is the meaning of Hajj. The meaning of tawaf is to put God in the middle. He is the center of my life. I am revolving around Him. All my life, all my activities, everything I do is for Him. He is the center of my life. I put Him in the middle of my life. I orbit around Him. قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. Everything I do is dedicated to Him. How many people understand the meaning of tawaf? How many people they throw stones at Jamarat, but they realize the meaning of that? Throwing stones at Jamarat means I'm crushing my ego inside me. There is a Satan inside me, and nafsul ammara, always inviting me to do evil, to think evil. I'm crushing that. I'm fighting it. I'm resisting it. This is the essence of Hajj. These are the lessons of Hajj. Islam has outer and inner. Both integrate each other. Both are necessary and important. The physical act and the spiritual attention to it. We come to Muharram. Many people think Muharram is only about tears and mourning. This is the outer side of it, my friends. Yes, mourning is necessary. Tears are necessary. But this is not the end. There is something there, something more important. These are physical reactions. The spiritual reaction, the spiritual lesson to Muharram is to be a humble and obedient student of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Is to say to him, you did what you could to save me, to save Islam, to protect me. Now it's my turn to listen to you, to obey you. Some people, for them, Muharram is only emotional side, not rational side. Only emotional, atifa. Emotional reaction. Emotional reaction is good, but it's not enough. It's not enough. We have to have a rational reaction too. Some people, for them, Muharram are only tears. Nothing else beyond tears. Others, not just tears. They cry, but then they try to change themselves. To change themselves. If you only cry, you don't do anything, you are not going to learn. You didn't do good to yourself, neither to Imam Hussein. Imam Hussein wants you to cry, but after the tears, you have to learn something. You have to change yourself. We have bad habits. We have to quit these bad habits. If we come 10 nights or 11 nights and we go home and we learn nothing, we have wasted our time. We have wasted our resources, believe me. We must change. We must change. With every step that you take, you know how valuable the step when you come to the majlis? You know the angels are asking God to forgive you. When you move, with every step you make it to come to the session of Abi Abdullah, the angels, yastaghfiruna lak. They're asking God to forgive you. These are important steps. So you have to appreciate them. You have to realize the meaning. You have to fulfill your duty. You have to change yourself. My friends, if someone goes to a school, university for several days and months and he comes back home empty-handed, has learned nothing, what do you tell him? What do you call him? Don't you tell him you have wasted your life? We should not be like that, student. This is a school. This is madrasa. This is a university. Imam Hussein is an encyclopedia of morality and ethics and knowledge and good behavior and good manners. We have to learn from that. We should not waste our resources. With every step you take, make a pledge that I have to change myself. I have to be a better person than yesterday. من تساوى يومه فهو مغبون ومن كان أمسه أفضل من يومه فهو ملعون. Your 2 days should not be equal. Every day you have to move forward to a life of virtue, a life of piety, a life of righteousness, a life of human integration, because we have the best leaders. Imam Hussein is a source of inspiration for mankind, not just for a group of people here, for mankind. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك وأناخت برحلك. عليكم مني جميعا سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار، ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم، وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.